Okay, today I want to introduce about how Git branch looks like, what Git branch is, and I will walk you out of this with a real world example. It's not the real world, but I will show you how it's done. So first, let's look at, okay, just give me a second. So I'll explain you what branch is. Git branch is basically you can make a separate environment that you can work on, that it is separated from your original environment. So whatever you do in that you separate environment, your work, your changes will not be affecting your original environment. Okay. So let's walk out of this with by just doing it. Okay. I'm gonna make a directory. Let's first change it to desktop, and I'm gonna make a directory called Python calculator. And then first we need to initialize it. We need to change it to that directory. Change directory to Python calculator, and we are changed it to directory Python calculator. Okay. And then we are going to initialize it. So that has Git repository, right? So what we are going to do is we are gonna write the Python program. It's calculator. So what it will do is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So basically I've already written the program in the text edit. So I will just copy and paste and then save it as calc.py, and I'm gonna save it in the Python calculator. Yes, here. So now the calc.py is in the Python calculator. We are going to check the status. So now it's in the working tree. We are gonna add it, add it to the staging area and check it again. Now it's in the staging area, ready for it to be committed. So I'm going to do my first commit. And you hit the git log and it will show all the commits you made. But by far you just did one commit, so it will show just one commit, right? And you just now remember, okay, in this program you just need to maybe add some description. So for the user who are going to use it, the user knows what this program is about. So echo, let's say this is a calculator programmed in Python. And we are going to save it as readme.md. So if you see here, you can see it made a new file called readme.md, right? So okay, after this, you are going to make second commit. You first need to add them to staging area. Now it's ready for this committed, and you are going to commit readme edit, and you are going to do git log again, and it will show the 2 commits that you made so far, right? So let's look at how your workflow looks like right now. So I've written some blog about it. I'll post about it so you can have a check it as well. So this is the commit you made, these 2, right? C04C, ED3F, but here it is A1D8 and 3FCA. So these are the commits. And now the master, which is the default branch you are given when you make a new Git repository, is pointing to the commit that you made last. So it is pointing to the last commit you made. And you are gonna have an interest in what head is. So head is basically a pointer as well, but head points to a local branch you are currently on. So because you haven't made any branches yet except the default branch master. So head is pointing to a local branch master. So okay, let's give a little bit of story. Let's say you've showed this program to your friends and your friend says, okay, this works just fine, but the output of your program, let's see, no, clear, okay, Python py 1 2. When you run the program, it works just fine, but you don't know what operations was done here, right? So you don't know the why 3.1 was given, you don't know it was the addition or subtraction or multiplication or whatsoever. After hearing from your friend, you think your friend made a point. You know, it indeed looks a little bit bad, so now you have to make a changes to it. But now, you know, instead of, you know, just working on it, just the master branch, you want to make a separate environment because you don't want to affect the original work you've already done. So what we will do is make a new branch called format issue. So if you check the Git branch, it will show the branches that we have. Now it just have masters, right? What we will do is we will make a branch called format issue. Okay, and if we check the branches again, now it has a branch called format issue as well, right? So, but if you see the asterisk here, right, which means where it is pointing at, this means the asterisk is pointing at the local branch, so it is still pointing at the master, so we want to change it to the format issue. So how can we do is git checkout format issue, and it will say switch it to branch format issue, right? And if you check it again, now it's on the branch the format issue. Now you are on the separate environment, okay? So now you're going to work on some code. You don't have to understand the code that I'm about to write. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody understands this though. So just focus on the Git concept, okay? So I'm going to make a quick change. This should be multiply, minus as well, and multiply. This should be division. Okay. And let's check how it runs, okay? Python card py. Put your first number 1 and 2. Okay, now it looks way better. Now you know what operations done to two numbers that you gave to the program. Okay, so now you are going to make a commit. First, you need to add them and check the status. Now it's the changes to be committed. So basically, it is being ready to be committed. Git commit. Format issue fixed. So you made a commit, right? And let's check all the commits you made. So if you see commit D9, D0, format issue fixed, and head is pointing at format issue. So you want to have interest in what this is about, okay? So I have some photo about this. So what you just did is after all these two commits, one A1D8, so here is A1D8, and 3FC8, let's see 3FC8. So this is where your default branch master is still pointing at, okay? And now the format issue, branch the format issue, one step ahead of this master, and is pointing at D9D0, this commit. So let's say here is D9D0, okay? So this is where format issue branch is pointing at, and okay, this is serious. So, okay, nothing is serious, but just have a look at this. This head is pointing at format issue branch. So what did I said about the head? Head is basically a pointer that points to a local branch, okay? So now format issue is pointing at the last commit we made, and head is pointing at the local branch. So everything is done correctly, right? So the branch you made is one step ahead of it, and you think you show to your friends, you show the program to your friends, and your friend says, okay, this looks good. I think you are done. Okay, and so now you are happy. Okay, now you just want to delete the branch because you made a purpose out of it, right? You fixed the format issue. So now you are gonna merge that branch into the master. So how can we do that? So first check the branch we are on. It's still on the format issue. First, to merge that, we need to change it to the branch that you want to merge into. So git checkout master. Oh, shut up, sorry. So git branch, now you are on the master, okay? So now we are going to merge the branch format issue. Oh, by the way, when you check out this master branch, you want to have a look at this code. The changes we made is not in the master branch, right? Because changes that we made is in the branch called format issue. Let's see again. Git check out format issue. When we change it to format issue, the code will change because the changes were made in the format issue, and we change back to the master. Changes are gone, right? So now we want to have a change bring back to the master because it's done correctly, right? How we can do is git merge format issue, and you set fast forward, because why this says fast forward is basically we move pointer to another commit one step ahead, right? And now you see changes are in the default branch master. So let's check git log, and now this head is pointing at master, and master is pointing at the last commit we made. So what happened was master was pointing at here, this second commit, but this moved to the third commit, the last commit we made, and is pointing at the last commit we made, and head is pointing at the master, which is a local branch. But you see there is a format issue here, right? And if you check the branch, we still have a branch called format issue. We don't need that anymore. So git branch delete format issue, and then git branch, and now there is just only one branch called master. So that is basically it. Git branch is, so today I explained about what git branch is. Git branch is very handy when you want to have a separate environment that you can work on, so you don't mess up the original work that you've been working on. So this is it. Thanks for watching. I know my explanation is not that detailed and as professional as other YouTuber videos, but I hope just another beginner like me find this helpful. So let me know in the comment below, and I will try to answer them if as much as possible with my understanding. Thank you for watching.